What it is, what it ain't, it's your girl Crystal here, back again with another video. I would like to apologize for my absence. My schedule at work did switch up last month and will change back to normal starting next month, so I will be able to post more videos when that time comes. It has been a while since I posted, and since I promised you guys the goods, here is, without further ado, the things that I love about Taiwan. This video, just like the first, will be split up in between part 1 and part 2 of the things that I like about Taiwan. There's just so many things, and I want to elaborate on why I love them and why you would too if you come to visit or if you come live here. So I want to do it justice and do it right and split them up. Alright, so here we go. Number 1 thing I like about Taiwan is that there is usually Wi-Fi everywhere. Any cafe, any convenience store, any restaurant more than likely has Wi-Fi around them. Even when you're walking down the street, there is a chance that there's this setting called 0.1 free Wi-Fi is up and available for you. So go in your Wi-Fi settings, it'll be there, it'll pop up to a separate screen, and you just click from one of the 4 sources that it provides you. Now, it's not always available, so it's always best if you get data to be on the safe side. But the beautiful thing about traveling around Taiwan, whether you're taking the bus, the MRT, the HSR, the high-speed rail, they all provide free Wi-Fi on them. It's really good Wi-Fi as well. I can be on my 15-minute bus ride on my way to work, just scrolling through using my free Wi-Fi, and every single bus, every single MRT has it as well, not just select buses too. It's great, it's really convenient. Alright, number 2 of the things that I love about Taiwan is about restaurants, okay? So in most restaurants, a drink and your sides are complimentary with your meal. Alright, you don't have to order the sides separately, you don't have to order the drink separately, you don't have to buy a whole combo to get all of those things. It comes with your meal. It was so cool. I went out with my coworker one day and she was ordering for us, and I pointed to what I wanted on the menu. I was like, yeah, I'll get this, I'll get a side of kimchi and a drink as well. And she was like, well, it comes with it, so you don't have to pay. What? Like, my mind was so blown. It's so different than in the States. If you want it, you know, like, you would feel bad because sometimes you don't want like the side if you want a drink, and sometimes you don't want a drink when you want the sides. So it's great because you get it all anyway, and then you just don't have to eat it. You're not paying extra and, you know, like throwing it away. But if you did want it, it's great because, again, those sides and the drinks are refillable. So if I had a side of kimchi, if I had a side of rice, a side of miso soup, if I wanted some more, most of the restaurants have a big serving station where you can go up and get you an extra bowl of rice, an extra bowl of kimchi, an extra bowl of miso soup. It is amazing, it's great, it saves you money, and if it's not soda, you'll get they'll bring you complimentary tea. A lot of the times that is that way, or they have it in a really big jug, and you just go up to the jug, and there's small little cups, and you just fill up your drink that way. It's so great, it's so cool, and I love it. Why can't we have these things in the States? On the really real. Alright, next on the list, number 3. I kind of mentioned how convenient the traveling is around here with the Wi-Fi, but all in all, traveling around, at least in Taipei, alright, at least in Taipei, I have been to other cities in Taiwan. You know, the transportation is less convenient, but in Taipei, transportation is so convenient, alright? There's even an app called the Bus Tracker Taiwan, alright? It is absolutely amazing. It is in Chinese as well as in English. On the app, it shows you a live feed of your route that you can type in, all of Taiwan as well, for all the bus routes of all of Taiwan as well. It shows you the live feed of where the buses are and when they will be coming to your stop. It's real live, and it's really awesome, really convenient, and it helps you track when you should be at the bus stop. At each bus stop, there is a rotating electric billboard that shows all the bus routes that pass by your bus stop, and in real live feed of when the next one is in minutes. That is bilingual as well, and it changes, and it even shows you when it's approaching or it's coming. It's really, really cool, and I really appreciate it. Also on the app is a map of the MRT. Alright, so when you click on it, it shows you where the closest MRT to you is, and the big map of all of the MRT stations and stops and lines in Taipei City, in a new Taipei City. It's super easy to read, and again, it's bilingual, and it's perfect. Alright, I've only been here for 2 months and I know how to use the MRT like the back of my hand. It's so easy, super cheap. Swipe one time and you can go all the way to the other side of the country, and it's not much at all. It really isn't. It's great, and it's the same with the buses, super cheap. So I highly recommend it. Taiwan even has what's called U-bikes. It's kind of similar to how it is in Chicago or in Durham, North Carolina, where they have the divvy bikes. Alright, so the same kind of thing. You go up to the kiosk, swipe your Easy card just like everything else. You use the MRT and the bus with your Easy card, and even some taxis allow you to use your Easy card when you have your loaded money on there. Anyway, so you swipe the card, take out the bike, and you're free to go. And I was told that the first 30 minutes are free anyway, so if you just have to make a quick trip somewhere, it's perfect. And you just have to park it at another U-bike station, just like the divvy bikes back home. So also on the app is that U-bike thing, so you can even check what stations are close to your destination too. It's great. I absolutely love it. I know how it is back home. Usually if you don't have a car, it's kind of super hard to get around, but you don't need a car. You don't need a motorbike here. You'll see a taxi every 30 seconds that you stand at a street corner. There's one coming by. Buses come very frequently. MRT comes every 2 to 3 minutes. And Taiwan also has Uber as well. Uber is super great here, especially whenever you don't know how to pronounce the name, or you don't have the name of where you're going in Chinese characters. Just type it in on your phone and they pick you up and they take you there, no questions asked. There is a slight small little fee if you use your foreign bank account, but it's not much at all. It's really good prices as well. It's about the same thing as you would pay in a taxi. It's just even more convenient because you won't have to pay with cash, and you won't have to, like I said, try to pronounce where you're going as best as you can either. So it's really great, really convenient, picks you up right where you need to be, drops you off where you need to go as well. It's a cinch. I'm telling you, traveling around here is not an issue at all. But again, like I said, if you have a problem getting around Taiwan, you are the problem. Alright, and Pat and Riley, okay, they work just fine as well. So people be getting around. Alright, so it's not a problem here. Y'all, did I mention that the food was good? So that's my number 4. Alright, the food, y'all. And I feel so bad because I don't really know the names of the food, but it's all so good. I have only had, since I've been here, I've only had one meal that I was like, no, I'm so disappointed. Everything else has been so good. You know, I've had at many restaurants, I've had kimchi. Kimchi is delectable, okay? You know, you've got you've got there's lots of you can get the fried foods. Like earlier today I had fried pork loins with cheese in the middle, drizzled in the middle. Okay, so there's just so many things, and again, I don't really know the names of stuff. I can just show you guys some pictures. I'll show you guys some pictures and some videos of the food that I kind of eat on a regular basis, or, you know, when I just splurge. But it's so good, alright? When my mom came to visit me, she said the one thing that she would definitely miss is the food, because it is just that good. Okay, it's that, you know, lip smacking. Okay, want to go back for more even though you stuffed kind of food. Like, you want to eat it like every day. And it's depending on what you get, but a majority of the food is not fattening. It's fresh. It's not full of all these hormones and this just straight trash that we normally eat in the States. Like, it's delicious, delicious, delicious. Alright, which brings me to number 5, which will be the end of this part of the things that I love about Taiwan. But number 5 is the people here are so freaking nice. They're so nice. They really are. At first, I was so nervous about coming to Asia, because I've heard in other countries, you know, as a black person, you get lots of stares, you know, you have people coming up to you, wanting to just grabbing for your hair, wanting sneaking pictures of you and everything. And I'm so glad to say that is really not the case here. If they do look at you, if they do stare at you, it's for like 2.5, and then they just go about their business. When I was getting those long glances, it was whenever I had my braids in. But since I've had my natural hair out, it really hasn't been an issue. I've gotten a little less attention. So that's kind of what it was. It was the braids, which is very understanding. Even if people don't know what you're saying and vice versa, they are always willing to lend a helping hand. Just like with my neighbors, when I didn't know how in the world they did the trash system here, they helped me out countless of times. Even one time I was turned around in an MRT station and didn't exactly know where to go. I had one of the janitorial staff come help me, saying, come on, come on. Whatever he was saying in Chinese, follow him, he'll help us out. And he did. He showed us the way to go, and I've even had other people show me to a person that they knew spoke English so that they could help us out that way. They didn't have to do that. They just saw that we were little damsels in distress, and they helped. Like, it's just that simple. Humanity, there's a big humanity feel here that you kind of lose sometimes back in the States, you know? Not everyone is out to get you, and it's a great thing, you know? People don't treat you differently because you are a foreigner, and they don't treat you differently because you're a different skin color. They are willing to help no matter what, and I absolutely love that about Taiwan. People will go out of their way just to help you out, and I know plenty of my coworkers and other foreigners who have heard their story, and they have plenty of stories on how incredibly sincere and hospitable Taiwanese people are. They're just great. They're great people, and they have this virtuousness about them, about people. They really live by the treat people the way that you want to be treated. You can see that. You really can, and it's incredible. Like, you don't see that very often, but you do see that here. People always have smiling faces and are willing to help, and I absolutely love it. And that feeling of that humanitarian feeling part of it makes me not want to go back to the States because I know how it can be over there. Alright, so that is part 1 of the things that I love about Taiwan. Stay tuned for part 2 that should be coming up very shortly. Next week I have work all week. The following week after that is Chinese New Year, so your girl is off to Singapore for a whole entire week. I'm super stoked for that. There will probably even be a video about my time there as well, so look out for that in the near future as well. So after my vacation I will be posting the other videos, and yeah, enjoy, keep watching.